So, hello and welcome to the second video in this expert course, this time about data retrieval. So, you can automate the retrieval of data in Excel in many ways or with many ways. And the advantage is that if you once set up this data retrieval, you can keep this data up to date without doing something manually. Yeah, and that is the huge advantage. There are different possibilities, for example, to use data query, to use the Excel data types, to write a VBA script, or to use APIs or DDI connections. But we will only touch in this course about data query and data types. So if you want to use data query, you need to go to data and then in Excel, and then on the top left you will find data query. And there is the possibility to retrieve data from various sources, for example, from other files, from databases, or from websites. Um, and in this presentation, we will only do data retrieval from the web. So you need to go under data, then get data from other sources, from web, then enter the URL, then select I've called it the lowest level of the website. Click on connect and select the table you want, and then confirm by loading, and it's done. This can also work with unstructured data. There's a video by Leila Garani talking about it. And yeah, I've talked to you before that the advantage is that you don't need to update it manually. Um, the data, you either can update it by clicking on data, or you can go to the properties and then adjust it, for example, to that it should be updated when you open it or every minute and so on. I'll show you this in an instance. So here we are. This is the data I want to load. It's from an stock brokerage website in Germany. Here we go to data, then to the top left, then get data. You could either click here from web or from here from other sources and then from web. Then it will load. This takes a little bit longer because there's a framework it needs to load in the back end. I hope it will work. Oh yeah, here. So paste in the URL, then go on OK. It will load a little bit longer. Then the connection is set up. And now, yeah, this takes a little bit longer than your average Excel task. So it takes a little bit. So, and here we have a lot of tables then. And if you want, for example, to have the last trades here, then you could, for example, load this here. Yeah. And then there is something happening here, the so-called queries and connections. And it will now load this table here, loading data here. And now we have up to date of the latest trades. You see here there's a timestamp for around half a minute ago. And if I want to update it, I need to go here to refresh, or to click here on the arrow and then to connection properties. And then I want to refresh every minute, for example. And now it will refresh every minute automatically. But to show you that it's a live connection, I click here on refresh. And you will see this timestamp will be different if the data is loaded in. So here you can see 45, and there were three trades made in the last minute. So this is the first one I wanted to show you. And with data query, you have also the possibility to load, for example, from other files, for example, from CSV files. And I've lied to you in the basic course. I said to you Excel can only handle up to 1 million rows. But with Power Query, you can use much more rows. There's, for example, a video by Dermot Early. I will link it in the video description, where he does a little bit with Power Query in Excel. So he is analyzing, I think, 22 million rows, and it's done with Excel. So with the data retrieval and Power Query, then you could do a lot more. And this is not a Power Query course. I'm not a Power Query expert, but I know that someday I will need to go deep into Power Query, and I can, yeah, motivate you to do so also. So then there are also the so-called data types. They are more in the center of the data ribbon. There you have the possibility to retrieve data that is directly provided by Microsoft. And there are a few data types available, for example, stocks, currencies, and geography. But there are also some add-in data types. For example, with an EVE Online game has its own data type in Excel. And you can enter the elements you want to search for example, a certain share or currency. Then you need to select the cell with the input, click on the corresponding data type, and Excel will recognize them, or you need to select the data types out of different things. For example, if there are different stock tickers available for the stock you want to search for. Then you need to click on insert data, and now you can retrieve that data from the data element, and the data is also updated as before, but you need to be cautious. The data provided must be critically checked and could be incorrect. So let's take a look here. Here we have, for example, Microsoft. Then we go on data. We want to search for the stock. Therefore, I go to stocks. Then you see here there's something popping up here. And I need to select the stock here because it's listed on different exchanges. Here, select the Nasdaq. And now if you go to this field here, you see there's something up, and there you can insert different types. For example, the yeah, sorry, it's in German, but for example, the price here, and then the price will appear. Or you could also go here and click point, and then there will be the different other things you could select out of this data type. For example, the market cap. Is there a market cap? You can see it currently. There, it's this. Yeah, this is the market cap of Microsoft. You could also do this for geography places, like for example, this here, it's a county in Germany. Oh, also with the emblem. That's cool. So here you have, for example, the inhabitants. This was the thing about data retrieval. In the next course video, I will talk about so-called data tables, a thing I found very, very useful. Thank you for your time.